Ilaga Silaga Imo Kahuluan
Tao po, tao po, dinggin ng panawagan ng abang kaluluwa na sa iyo ay sumasamo. Hanan diwata ng umaga, mo sumala ng bukang liwayway, pahintulutan ang sinag mo ay masilayan sa malawak na kalangitan. Panginoong may kapal, may-ari at may-yari nitong buong sansinukuban, bigyan muli ng panibagong buhay, yaring nilalang na iyong nilikha. Apo laki, diwata ng araw, bigyan kami ng sigla at ng bagong saysay, ng aming maisagawa ang katwiran, alang-alang sa iyong dakilang kapurihan. Dakilang may kapal, munag sumalahanan, mayari at apo laki, bigyan liwanag ang sanlibutan, at pahintulutan ang kapayapaan ay maghari magmula ngayon at magpasawalang hanggan. Apoy na walang hanggan, liwanag na mula sa kaitaasan, pumasok ka sa dambana mong hirang at dito manahan magmula ngayon hanggang magpakailanman. Apoy na walang hanggan, ningning mo at kariktan, magningas sa aming buhay, magmula ngayon at magpasawalang hanggan. Apoy na walang hanggan, liwanag na mula sa kanunuan, patnubay nyo at gabay. Biyaya at pagpapala mo ay aming kailangan magmula ngayon hanggang magpakailanman. Glory and honor to the great power that creates us and the whole universe. Thank you for this new day and for this new hope that we have received right now. We are offering this day to you with all of our life, thoughts, emotions, and strength. May this offering be worthy before you as you guide us this day of our life, that we may do your will. Make us an instrument of your blessings for our family and to the whole world. Make us worthy this day that we may become an image of your glory. From darkness, you make your light shine to guide us always. May your sacred light protect us from harm. Your great love will always reign into our life as we will always dwell in your love. And all of our actions we are offering back to you for the sake of your great love for us. May your love always remain in us so that our life will always be best. For there is one power in the universe, and we are the perfect manifestation of that power. And for as such, we pray for peace. We pray for peace, we pray for love, and we pray for stability. We pray that all the people around the world to be blessed with peace. Peace that promotes justice, justice that follows discipline and orderliness as a result of understanding, and understanding as a fruit from the seed of love. O great supreme divine spirit, we come before you, your children, and ask you to bless us with courage that makes love and peace to overcome all forms of evil, fear, hatred, terror, violence, warfare, and warriors around the world. By the power of love that give us life, may peace prevails on earth. May all the people around the world be blessed with peace. May all the inhabitants of Mother Earth enjoy the blessings of love as we create and manifest this in our life by our unified will, with aiming no harm to anyone and in full gratitude to the divine. We accept and receive this, and it is so, so mote it be. Welcome to day six of our peace prayer devotion, sunrise peace prayer devotion, and it is already September 6th. So we are almost complete for our 1 week. So we have made it for 6 days, and we have so many days to go. Though we just limit our devotion for 30 days for the whole month of September, but peacemaking process is a long-term goal. At least this month we celebrate it, we observe it, that we focus all of our energy in the process of peacemaking, of creating peace, starting from ourselves. We greet the sunrise, the sunshine, and infuse it with the energies of peace through our prayer. And today, I want to discuss to you is about caring for our own souls. Now, last night that was our discussion in Hilot Academy in Lutianga Gama, and later by 9:30 a.m. here, and it will be 9:30 p.m. In New York and some part of America, and by 12 noon in by 12 noon or 6 p.m. in Hawaii and 8 p.m. in California, um, we are going to discuss this topic of building souls or building muscle to our soul. No, I remember the teaching of the Corellian tradition that we have a practice there of building up our psychic muscles. Indeed, that we understand the psychic energies of every one of us is the same as the soul in Greek was is known as psyche, so as our mind. But what does it mean that we need to take care for our soul? And I think nowadays, caring for the soul is a big business that been doing everywhere. No, but before I make a discussion about that, no, the first time that I have a concern with the term of the soul is when I was converted before 1991 into a Bible Baptist church. It is my first time to hear the term soul winning or winning the soul of man. And and when I understand what's the meaning of soul winning, no, in a Bible Baptist perspective, it means that you are sharing the gospel of Christ to win them to become part of the church in order for them to be so-called saved. And this is also what happened. This is also true, no, 100 or 500 years ago when Spain came to the archipelago of our country, the Philippine archipelago, which is now known as Republic of the Philippines. Uh, Aside from gold, they bring the cross, and that cross incorporates the teaching of Roman Catholic faith, of modern Christianity in our land that made our people to embrace the new religion. Though there is a power in the word of the Spaniards when they came here and they show uh, some miracles that may enable our ancestors to embrace the new religion together with the force of the sword, no, it's a big business for them to colonize us, to to make their territory so big, no. But here, when when I study it, when I notice it that the form of power that they have uh, given or shown into the world is it's not only in terms of the sword, but the power of caring for the soul is the number one aspect that we could not deny, no? Because even right now, for 123 years, the Spain, the influence or the colony or the power of Spain is no more in power here, no? We are independent from Spain, but it's not truly independent because the Spanish kingdom still have influence over us by leaving their religion in our country. No, so even though the Spanish government has no control over our country, but their religion, the Catholic religion, still have power over us. And you know, when you take care of the soul, when you capture the soul of other people, the tendency is you have a control. And these teachings that been left to us, no, these are the ones that give us struggle as a Filipino of having our own identity. I remember one time that there are some people that says, don't talk about the Diwata, no? don't talk about the Anito, about the Encanto in public because the Filipino people are not yet prepared to hear or to learn or relearn about that because of the religion that they have because they are Catholic. And every day when we see that, no, their practices, they have daily masses, daily novena and everything. They study on the teachings of the church, and those teachings, those devotional teachings becomes the food for their soul. And for us a Filipino, as a struggling religion or a new religion in the Philippines, the Coralian tradition and Luntiang Agama promoting Filipino indigenous spirituality is a new religion. And it is a challenge for us to preserve and to make this faith that we have. No, it's not a modern faith, but what we are uh, reviving or making it back is the native religion of our ancestor, the belief in the Diwata, in the Encanto, and the Anito, no? And how can we how can we know about that? Because comparing to the Christian and the Muslim religion, they are very stable because they have their scriptures, they have their Bible and teachings that are evidently and accessible for them, no, as a basis of their faith. But for us, as a native indigenous practitioner or spirituality practitioner, as a choral and as Luntiang Agama, what is our proof or hard basis of our faith? No, aside from the teaching that we are receiving from our tradition through which school and through the guidance of the high priesthood to the first priesthood of our tradition. Now, our faith as an indigenous people, as a nativist, no, is based on the oral tradition that we have received from our ancestors. In the Philippines, in the Filipino faith, our teachings is derived or resides on the myths and legend and folklore and folk tales and even to the superstition. And these myths, legends, and folk tales have been demonized now and become weak because written words and languages are become a strong foundation of understanding, but those oral traditions that been passed are becoming weak. Although we have another gateway of bringing back the powers of our ancestral belief, and it is through the practice, the ancestral practices, such as right now we are doing hilot, the traditional medicine of the Filipino people. And through that, it becomes a gateway, it becomes a window of the past to the present. People know how our ancestors are caring for their people, their health. And it is because through Hilot that our ancestors survived the many pandemics or illness of the past that up to now we are remembering it. Caring for the soul at the present time will enable us to survive all these fears, worries, doubt, anxiety, depressions that people are experiencing, no? And you know that the hilot is known to cure for usog, batek, no? Or gabak, or in English, hilot is a cure for those who are suffering from psychic vampires and evil eye. This is one of the spiritual illnesses, no, or the illnesses that we can handle through healing, no, is to heal those spiritual illnesses aside from the physical illnesses. And aside from that, we also handle the emotions and the mind of the people by bringing back to who they are and that and what they are, or what is their purpose in their life. Our soul is very important to us. It's not only in the terms of the illness that we have is we get from those spiritual things such as witchcraft and magic, no, black magic that been attached to us, but we don't realize that every day our soul being hooked or being attached, no, to the mundane or to the temporal world, such as those desires, need because of the commercialism. Oh, I want this. Oh, I like this beautiful dress or new cell phone or modern gadget. And sometimes, di ba, when we notice on the child have tantrums because they don't get what they want to have in their life. And that is bothering because attachment has developed on them. And for us, as manghihilot and a modern binabaylan in this society, we help them through to release them from those attachment. It means those simple matter that we don't give importance may also lead to some illness and being uncomfortable in life. That's why modern religions, churches are established to help people to detach themselves from those attachment of the world. Our constant prayer to the divinity, constant prayer for peace will help us detach ourselves from those attachment, from those worldly attachment by cleansing out, purging out the activities of man. Through the prayer of peace, we could see how we could attain it. Like what I said, like what it has been taught in our prayer, that we started to pray for love. Recognize that we are all a creature of love. If we are a creature of love, we can live love and love one another. And we can do to love one another, our neighbor, is when we have courage to face them. Sometimes people are different from us, and sometimes they are afraid of us. We need courage, not courage in the same in a sense that we are going to scare them out. No, courage to endure and patiently wait to win their soul towards you. This one, it's when you gain friendship with other people, it's a real treasure and success because you know that you are not alone. There will be someone else, somebody else that is going to be with you, to stand with you in this advocacy. And that's why I'm thanking for the people here that is watching me right now in Facebook and YouTube that are tuning every morning in this live stream, that you are with me in doing this prayer devotion for peace. Then after having courage, you get to know the person and understand the person. And that understanding will lead to trust. And by trusting one another, you do activity that keep things in order. That justice, will come and stability. So I hope that everyone right now are doing fine, and I pray that the blessings of the divine be with you always. So see you again tomorrow. May you all blessed be peace. Mayari na. Pag-asatin. Paalam.